Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is day 41 and we're playing the Democratic Republic of Congo in Conflict of Nations World War III. Currently we are pushing through Myanmar like we were talking about, and we're trying to seize as many of these territories. I'm not sure we're going to catch the leader or not. We're still a good, if we look at the scoreboard over here, we're a good 200 or more points behind him. There's always that possibility, but I'm not holding my breath. We did somehow get entangled into a war with Japan. I'm not sure how that's going to really play out for us. I'm not sure I'm too concerned at this point. If I come over here and I pull up Japan, let's see what he's got going on. Well, he is at war with Kazakhstan, the U.S., so he's not at war with any of my allies yet, so that's kind of concerning for me. These other countries are not. Well, it's Kazakhstan might be in the alliance. Let's take a look here. They are not, so that's who I am tearing through right now. No, Myanmar already went through Kazakhstan, so yeah, that's kind of concerning, but he had some units up here on the border. I'm not sure how big of a nuisance he's going to be, if anything at all. So he might just kind of stay in his corner, not wanting to get involved in this if he can absolutely help it. So what we're doing is we have some AWACSs off on either side to basically keep an eye, and we need to kind of keep them moving forward so that we can detect anytime we have any buildup of forces. We want to identify those as quickly as possible and then bring our air power against them before our land units get there to kind of clear the way for them. Let's go ahead and move these. We want to keep, like I said, the AWACS forward. We also want to keep our drones forward and keep them kind of, looking at cities, making sure that we don't have any nasty surprises waiting for us. So let's go through. These units are flying in. I can't really do much more than fly them to where they're going. I've got an AWAC sitting on the ground over here. He's still refueling. This guy's coming back. And I think what I'm going to do is ferry this AWACS over to here. This AWACS will be off the ground in another 13 minutes. And that way, out of my 3 AWACSs that I have running, I have one kind of refueling while the other 2 are on station. That way I can pretty much, I think, in the next, probably by tomorrow, I only need 1 AWACS to be able to cover this area so I can finish moving my units through here. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we're moving him. He's almost over here. So we're going to take these extra infantry units that we have, and we are going to, what we're going to do is we're going to move him over to here, and then we're just going to keep on going all the way down to Ho Chi Minh City. I really didn't want him to go. Well, we're just going to leave him like that. And what we're going to do is we are going to split off. How are we going to do that? Oh, he's shifting over there. They're shifting over here. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to split off. Split this unit. We're going to take one of these units, and we're just going to move him. He's going to stay in that city. It's going to take them 8 hours to get down there. Then by the time he makes his run down here, how long is that supposed to be? He's not supposed to show up down there till tomorrow evening, so we can basically address those splits of how we're going to split those units up to basically occupy these cities whenever we get that far down the road. We got this National Guard unit. He's moving into there. This guy is moving into, we're just going to have him go ahead and seize that area down there. They are all moving through. We want to keep everything moving as quickly as we can. And I think what I'm going to do with this fella here is I'm going to have him, I thought I got waypoint up, but it didn't come up. I'm going to have him make the run down to here. And then I'm really wanting to get down into here and seize the rest, because there's tons of these little territories that he's got down in here. I want to make sure I get those, and I have this guy coming into here. I don't expect to have any resistance in this city down here, so I'm just going to have him land and do his thing. And I'm making sure I'm not leaving any infantry any place I don't need to. Now my helicopters, they have gotten pretty shot up over the last few days, so I'm going to cycle them back over here. I keep trying to build hospitals forward, and then I end up moving everything back over here anyway. These strike aircraft are ready to go back online, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring them up, and I'm going to put him over into here so that we can get him online. We might as well, I'm going to bring another unit up here, because I just don't trust the Japanese. I think they might try to roll down in on me, and I want to be prepared if that happens. Now see, this is what I was talking about. I've got these units sitting over here. I am going to leave, and what's that cities? He's at 26, so I definitely have to leave somebody in there. And my reconnaissance vehicle is pretty shot up, so I'm going to split him off, leave him there to occupy that city, and then I'm going to continue to move these units down. I want to get them to push as far as I can, as quickly as I can. So I'm going to have him embark and do a naval landing down at that port. Hopefully there's nobody that's going to cause me any havoc. What I will do, I think I've already got this drone heading down to check this other city out. I've got another drone somewhere around here. Okay, so I've got all these strike fighters, my stealth aircraft. I'm going to go ahead and have him just patrol over here. And the reason I'm having him patrol over here is that I can keep him on station for whenever I need him. And I've got this other, so there's my other drone. I'm going to have him swing down here, do a flyover on this city, make sure that I don't have anything unpleasant there waiting for me when my units land there. And let's take a look over here. He's at 33%, 0% chance of insurrection. So we are going to shift and keep these guys moving. So we're going to shift into have him roll down in through here. And we're just going to have him work his way. Wait a minute. Oh, he can't get down any other way, so he's going to have to just keep coming down through here. Okay, we're going to keep them rolling through there as quickly as we can. Let's take a look up here. I'm at 33% there, and I think I've just got there's two National Guard units that are holding that position. There's 1% chance of insurgency. I'm not too worried about that, but I'm going to leave him over here just because the Japanese are just north of there. I don't know I don't see any, I don't detect any units, but let's just play it on the safe side there to make sure I don't, if I do get a surprise, he'll be able to overwhelm me, but it might buy me some time so I can shift some units back the other direction. So that's kind of where we're sitting with this invasion part. If I look over here under research, right now I'm researching the Su-35 Super Flanker, which I think is, yep, I'm next to last on that research tree for strike fighters. And I'm also researching my SAM, and I could have done this earlier. SAM's one of the things that the Eastern Doctrine can get pretty quick. And the reason I'm researching that is initially I thought that Myanmar, they had strategic bombers. I was worried he might bomb my home cities, and so I'm trying to build up my SAM defenses over here, and I'm not sure if I really need to now, so I probably go and use that last research tree, and then I'm going to move that one off. I will shift up some these strike fighters. I'm going to move them up into these stealth strike fighters. Now, the reason I don't go through... Oh, I can launch cruise missiles off of those. Okay, forget I didn't say anything. I've got some more infantry that I built up over here. So I'm going to go... you know what? Yep, I'm going to go ahead and move both of those and have them basically roll into here. Oh, I've got an airbase over here. We're going to have him roll into there. I think that's New Zealand's airbase, but they're an ally, so we can use it. So I'm going to bring more units in there. I really need to get them down into this section. And by the time they roll in here, a lot of my land units. I mean, really, the invasion wasn't too difficult for me on this one. What takes time is getting your units all moved over into this territory. Once you get air bases built up, it facilitates that a little bit better. We can get land units moved in here a lot quicker. But it still takes time, right? And if you don't have a lot of air bases, which we didn't, I think the first air base that we got was the one we built over into here on, I think, like the second day of the invasion, and it just took a long time, as far as shifting units over into this area. And then we had a lot of units back up here in the north, too, that didn't have a lot of air support to be able to shift units down. So let's take a look at this right here. He's at 30%, still a 21% chance of insurrection. So we're just going to let that go. We've got these other units moving over now. Let's take a look at what we've got producing here. So here we've got another stealth fighter. We're producing infantry there. Another railgun there. Oh, sorry, that's not a home city, so there's nothing being produced there. We're basically pushing these out to basically produce more railguns if we're going to need them. I'm going to throw some more infantry because if you're not producing, and it's not, the game's not over till the game's over. So you need to continually produce until you're finished. I'm going to go ahead and I haven't been able to use my helicopters as much until now. And now I'm able to use them a little bit more because these territories are a lot smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and start producing some more of those. What else we got here? I'm going to go ahead and crank out some more warheads for my cruise missiles just in case. And then I'm going to, I think, well, no, it's well down here. Well, down here, he's still rolling out more infantry. So that's where we're at with the production side of things. Let's take a look over here. If we look into here, I'm just going to scroll down. I really don't see any red until I get down to here, which was insurgencies that I've kind of taken care of now. Red, as you can see right here, I lost an infantry battalion. So I always scroll down whenever I'm moving, because if I make my moves in the morning, I go to work, I come back and I'm checking. If they ran into something and I've lost an infantry unit, well, now I know that there is a enemy unit. There was my enemy unit in this city here, which I've taken care of since then. But that way, if you were moving through here and all of a sudden your guy disappeared over here and you got a red thing telling you that they were engaged and basically destroyed over here, well, now you know why. But when we come back in here, we got some production messages. We got our gunship that took out this Japanese unit over here. Okay, yeah, our gunship took some damage from whenever they attacked that infantry unit. So everything looks like it should. We're doing okay. We're moving through. We're seizing territory like we planned. Everything's good. Now, did he... This is the guy I'm looking for. So he's got another 45 minutes to deploy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split off this one unit here. I'm going to have him move over here, seize that territory. And I'm going to basically give him a waypoint and have him roll over into here as well. Roll over into here and then go back into the city. And whenever we get done here, once he disembarks, my infantry leader disembarks, well, now he's going to move farther down. And the reason I want to use him with my other infantry units, in this case, I've got, he's going to increase my speed by 15%. And then this phase of the game, I want to get my infantry units moving as fast as they can so they can seize this territory as quickly as possible. All right. So let's come back out here. Let's look at friends and enemies. Myanmar's got insurgency attacks. Santiago in Cuba has fell to basically to insurgents. And we got Canadians have insurgency problems. Oh, Japan is initiating a nuclear program. So that's what I was talking about. That's dangerous for me. So we're at war, and he has initiated a nuclear program. That means he started researching nuclear weapons. So we took out some of his gunships and everything. I'm okay with that. This is where the New Zealanders are pushing up through, and he's doing okay. He's got 3,000 casualties versus like almost 11,000 for Myanmar. Apparently, he said this was the first game that he's actually ever won at this, so he was really happy. Myanmar, Democratic Republic of Congo, we're about 3-1 as far as casualty ratios. So everything is looking pretty good. Our real concern is Japan and their nuclear weapons program. And what are we going to do about that? Well, what we're going to do is he's a little bit far away. We hope that I put these out this morning. So they got to be out 24 hours overnight before I get intel back. But we've got 120,000 points. What we are going to do, let's look at this. We're going to go after his, he's probably going to have electronics. I know he needs these components. Is this a home city? It's an occupied city. I don't think he has gone through and done anything other than that. So we are going to go through and recruit some more agents. And we are going to move them. That's not helping me at all. We are going to put them in Tokyo. We are going to cause some corruption, do some sabotage. And where else are we going to put them at to cause some havoc? I think we're going to put him over here. And we are going to try to cause him as much havoc as we can to slow his nuclear program down as much as we can before the end of the game. So, and I will probably go and put a message out on my coalition web board over here, my messages and trades, that Japan's building nuclear weapons. We should probably do something, and I think UK's got a decent sized navy, maybe New Zealand too. They can start shelling his coastal cities to slow that program or stop that program. Anyway, that's what I have for you tonight. I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and hit the like button. That will help people find my videos. And if you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. That'll help my channel out a lot. I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Take care.